is a missing element in this world. Is we grew up to perform and conform and produce what we're told, and then we grow up to just look for what it is we want. That's what it means to be part of the market society we all function in, the market economy that drives everything, money. We're looking for what we have believed is missing within ourselves. But all of these things are just part of the human experience right here during this lifetime. We're all part of a much greater universe surrounding and connecting all of us. And the things we have learned, the things we were told as we grew up in this world, and how we then become, our beliefs and our unique philosophies, our views, our habits, our patterns, our ways, which is different from person to person. And it's very much like a tree, which we are, unlike machines, which we have become. We were conditioned to become machines in this world. This is how we grow up. We develop a certain personality as a result of, well, we grow up, go through the motions of life. We're trained to perform and conform and listen and pay attention. It's not about what we want anymore. We can't be children anymore. We need to grow up. And that's the way of the world, the way of the authority, the system we all become part of. Now this is just a way. It is one way. It is the way that we all became part of. Ever since the beginning of time, there was a system in place, and human beings were trained to serve that system and to support that system. And there were different systems, different religious systems, different political systems, different economic systems. And throughout human history, there was always war, there was always friction, where one system then was replaced with another system, but there were always those in power. And there were always the masses who supported the system, and there was always war. So what have we learned? That's the question. Very important question. Have we learned anything from all of this? From human history? And it's also, if we look at our own personal lives there, have we learned anything there? Because there's a parallel between our personal evolution, the path of our personal evolution, how we evolved to be the way we are today, the person we have become, and the evolution of this planet. Many people, many religious people don't want to look at that. We direct this path, this process of evolution, which is a natural process. And however all of this began, with the spark behind this process, that got this process to begin, like how we came into this world, and the beginning of this world, nobody really knows. And it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter. What matters is, the only thing that matters is that we direct the process of how we evolve, of how we change, of who we become. It's just the drama then that happens, is that as we grow up, which we don't really grow up, we just become a certain way, but we never really matured enough to see that we are all creators in this thing of life. Because ultimately we all are alone. We become separate from the source, which is God. As we grow up, we're thrown out into this world, and then we become part of the conditioning, and our spirits become broken. We fall victim to the world, so to speak. And we lose sight of the path. We move away from the path because we become externally focused. And so as we then, here now, as you're watching this, or whatever age you find yourself, and you want to make some changes in your life, it's about right here, right now. Let the process begin. Let the journey begin. Within. The journey within. To find your own nature. And to really be more natural. In how you think, in how you feel, in how you express yourself, in how you relate yourself to others, in how you work, which is a natural endowment. It's a natural quality to work, as it is to learn. It's a very natural thing. It has nothing to do with what we know about that. Like school has really nothing to do with learning. Going to work, having a job has nothing to do with working. These are very, very natural ways of expressing ourselves, or what it means to be human, is to learn. That's what directs the process of our own evolution, is learning. Is the lessons we learn. Not the things we were told in school, because this is just information and we have to memorize it. And through this we become like a machine. We were trained like a machine. But I keep on reminding you here, I'm trying to remind you here, that we are not that. We are not machines. We are like a tree, and we need to be like a tree. We need to be natural.